System concept. It is important to understand the system's concept of material handling. The term system has many senses depending on the field where it is used. The important characteristic of a system are that the parts are called subsystems, are interrelated and guided by a purpose for which the system exists. In industry, material handling is a subsystem of the production system. So in a production system, different systems exist. So let us take the starting where the raw material arrives at the factory premise. From there, it is unloaded and suitably is cut to different predetermined sizes. Now, from the predetermined sizes, it has been transported to the production center, wherein different machineries take place of different operations and the subcomponents are being made. Now from the subcomponents, the components are being made in the production house. From there it is moved to the assembly shop, where in the assembly shop these individual components are being assembled and final product is being made. So from starting from the raw material cutting to the final assembly stage, the material has to transport. So it works, the material transport system or material handling system works as a subsystem of the total production system. Material handling can be reflected to be a system whose subsystems are design or method to be adopted, types of material handling to be used, different operations like packing, unpacking, movement and storage involved, maintenance required for the equipment employed, mode of transportation by the raw material suppliers, distributors, customers, waste or scrap collectors, etc. The common objective by which the different subsystems are guided is a low-cost solution of the material handling system. Now let us see what are the major types of material handling methods. Mainly we have 5 major types of material handling methods, and they are movement based on movement, quantity, time, space and control. So in movement, it involves the actual transportation or transfer of material from one point to the next. Now, if we consider the quantity, quantity dictates the type and nature of material handling equipment and also the cost per unit for the conveyance of the goods. Next one is time, that is how quickly the material can be moved through the facility. Next one is space. Space, the concern with the required space for the storage of material handling equipment and their movement, as well as the queuing and staging space for the material itself. Next one is control. Racking of material, positive identification and inventory management. A major competitive advantage due to its impact on quality cost, productivity, inventory and response time is a revenue enhancer, not a cost distributor. So these are the major types of material handling methods. Based on any of these methods, we will be devising the material handling strategy as well as the method of handling. The different material handling systems can be classified according to the type of equipment used, material handled, method used or the function. The first type is equipment-oriented systems. Depending upon the type of equipment used, there are several systems. First one is overhead systems. Next, conveyor system, tractor trailer system, forklift truck and pallet system, industrial truck system and underground system. All these systems we have already covered in module 4. Now, industrial truck consists of platform trucks, fork truck, pallet truck, etc. Then overhead system consists of the overhead cranes, monorail, etc. Now, next one is material oriented system. They are mainly classified as unit handling system, bulk handling system and liquid material handling system. In unit handling system, a unit load consists of number of items or bulk materials are arranged so that a single mass can be picked up and moved as a single object. Here, the unit load principle or unit load concept is used for shipping and receiving the materials and store. This system is more flexible and it requires less investment as we use the unit load concept or unit load principle. Now, the next one is bulk handling system. This system includes conveyors, the cranes, the construction cranes, the huge tower cranes, etc. Here the material are transported in a bulk. The next one is liquid handling system. In the system, containers are useful for handling of liquids. They are available in various shapes and sizes. In shipping and oil industry, containers are more useful. Next, method-oriented systems. According to the method of handling and method of production, the material handling systems can be of manual system, mechanized or automated system, mass production handling system, job shop handling systems. Next is function-oriented systems. These can be defined according to the function of the material handling system as follows. First one is transportation system. This system is used for horizontal movement, that is when the movement is horizontal. Next one is elevating systems. These systems are used for vertical motion or inclined routes. Next one is conveying systems. These systems are used for horizontal movement, vertical movement or for combined movement. Next one is transferring systems. These systems are used for horizontal, inclined or declined motions, that is the motion through the air. Selection and design of handling system. The selection and design of material handling system should be done alongside the development of the layout, as one affects each other. So while making a proper or suitable layout, at that time itself the facilities for material handling system must be incorporated in the layout. Hence, an integrated approach to the design process is usable. A computerized technique known as computerized facilities design can be used and has been developed for the integrated handling system and layout design. The steps to be followed in selection and design of handling systems are as follows: identification of the system, review of design criteria and objectives of handling system, data collection regarding the flow pattern and flow requirements, identification of activity relationships, determining space requirement and establishing the material flow pattern. So before setting up the handling or designing the handling system, we must be very aware or correctly or good knowledge about what system is it's going to work all the place. You have to consider the different design criteria and the objectives of the industry as well as the handling system. The data regarding the flow patterns and flow requirements and total production flow process must be studied, and you have to also identify the activity relationships, how much routings and all the industrial engineering concepts before selecting the handling system. Analysis of material and building characteristics. Preliminary selection of basic handling system and generation of alternatives considering the feasibility of mechanization and equipment capacities. Now, evaluation of alternatives with respect to the optimal material flow and utilizing gravity, minimum cost, flexibility, ease of maintenance, capacity utilization and other objectives of system design considering various tangible and intangible factors. Selection of best suited alternative and checking it for compatibility. Then specification of system, procurement of equipment and implementation of the system. So as we have already discussed about the selection of material handling system, we have to analyze the material to be transported and the characteristics of the building. Then a preliminary selection of basic material handling system can be selected and suitable alternatives can also be considered. Now we have to evaluate different alternatives and we have to try for utilizing the gravity principle. Then we have to minimize the cost. At the lowest cost, the handling system must be possible. The handling system must be flexible. It can be easily maintainable, and the capacity utilization is at the peak level, should be at the peak level. And other objectives of system considering the tangible and intangible factors.